Picture a remote stretch of rainforest. It's dense, right? Seemingly impenetrable, but actually, it's incredibly vulnerable. Now, what if those trees could literally defend themselves? In this explainer, we're unpacking the fascinating tech behind a forest that can actually listen for its own destruction, and, pretty amazingly, call her backup. Let's get into it.
I want you to imagine the visceral, harsh sound of an illegal chainsaw suddenly echoing through a quiet canopy. For decades, that sound would just fade into the leaves, totally unheard by anyone who could actually do something about it. But what if there was an invisible guardian out there, silently listening, just waiting to alert the authorities the absolute second that blade spins up?
Well, that guardian isn't science fiction anymore. It's totally real, and it's called the Nature Guardian Project. This whole thing is an incredible partnership between Rainforest Connection and Huawei, and it actually took home the GSMA 2021 GLOMO Award for its massive contribution to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. It is just a perfect example of deploying cutting-edge tech to stop deforestation and protect biodiversity.
Okay, let's dive into this and look at the actual hardware. Think of these devices as the forest's hidden ears. They're solar-powered IoT, Internet of Things, devices packed with highly sensitive microphones and antennae. And they are hidden way up high in the forest canopy, completely invisible from the ground. Get this, a single device collects ambient sound over a massive 3 square kilometer area. Plus, because they run on solar, they're out there operating 24/7 for up to 2 solid years without needing any physical maintenance whatsoever.
So how does this actually play out in the wild? It really feels like a high-tech spy sequence. Step 1, that solar-powered mic captures all the ambient sound of the forest. Step 2, a wireless network instantly zips that massive stream of audio data straight to the cloud. Step 3 is where it gets super cool. AI takes over. This AI is specially trained to instantly pick out the acoustic signatures of chainsaws, heavy logging trucks, or even gunshots, completely separating them from bird calls and wind. Finally, Step 4. Once a threat is confirmed, a local ranger gets an alert on their phone app in near real time, complete with exact coordinates, so they can stop the poachers right in their tracks.
To really grasp why this is such a huge breakthrough, we kind of need to zoom out and look at the underlying framework. This whole setup is a prime example of a cyber-physical system, or CPS. Basically, it's where IoT devices, sensors, and communication tools are fused with computing power. The big takeaways here is that they link our physical and biological spaces, like a living, breathing rainforest, directly to digital services. It enables real-time decision-making based on a live feed of data. So literally, the physical trees are now directly wired to the digital cloud.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how adaptable this technology really is. The Internet of Things covers this entire spectrum of sensors soaking up data from the physical world. While Nature Guardian specifically leans on acoustic and sound sensors, this exact same framework uses sensors for temperature, motion, humidity, you name it. When you funnel all that sensory data into big data and AI ecosystems, you're basically creating a high-tech immune system for our most valuable physical assets.
And the thing is, this technology stack doesn't just work for isolated clusters of trees, it scales massively. Connecting the physical to the digital starts small, with individual people or wearables, but then it pushes outward to vehicles, smart homes, entire cities, commerce, and eventually massive global industrial operations. The exact same framework that's protecting a 3 square kilometer patch of jungle can be scaled up to monitor incredibly complex global supply chains.
But let's look at the impact on the ground, because comparing the before and after is just staggering. Before the Nature Guardian Project, illegal logging was a silent destruction. Rangers were basically flying blind, just guessing where to patrol across millions of acres. They'd almost always arrive days after the trees were completely gone. But after? Now we have near real-time AI alerts pinpointing the exact location of the logging. It completely transforms passive data into actionable, immediate conservation.
And the scope is continually expanding. The Guardian system isn't just about monitoring trees anymore. It monitors entire natural ecosystems across mountains, rainforests, and even oceans. We are literally talking about a globally distributed sensory network here. So it's not just listening for chainsaws. These devices are actively supporting wildlife research by capturing data on the behaviors of endangered animals. It's creating this protective digital net over the Earth's most critical biomes.
So the crucial point is that when you scale this kind of sustainable innovation, you shift from micro-level canopy conservation to a massive macro-level climate impact. At the time of this report, this project was already deployed across more than 18 countries.
By giving us these dynamic feedback loops and letting data flow seamlessly across the physical, digital, and biological worlds, this Industry 4.0 tech is driving real, measurable change for the health of our planet.
Seriously, just look at this number. By stopping illegal logging in its tracks across those 18 countries, the Nature Guardian project is estimated to have saved the equivalent of 30 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions. 30 million tons. Simply by giving the forest a voice to call for help, the sheer volume of carbon kept locked safely inside those ancient trees is absolutely mind-blowing.
Let's put that into perspective, because 30 million tons is hard to visualize. If we wanted to capture that much CO2 the old-fashioned way, we would have to plant 400 million new trees. 400 million! It brilliantly highlights the sheer efficiency of smart asset management. Sometimes, the most effective way to capture carbon isn't just planting a new forest from scratch, but using digital tools to fiercely protect the mature ones we already have. Or, if you want to frame it around our daily lives, saving that much forest is the equivalent of pulling 6 million cars off the road. 6 million vehicles worth of exhaust entirely neutralized. And how? Just by hiding some solar-powered microphones up in the canopy and letting AI do the listening. It really is a profound testament to exactly what digitally empowered ecosystems can achieve.
Which leaves us looking toward a pretty incredible horizon. I mean, if a handful of acoustic sensors and some cloud AI can essentially take 6 million cars off the road just by protecting our rainforests, what other global crises could we solve when we fully connect our biological world to our digital one? As Industry 4.0 continues to mature, those boundaries between physical and digital are totally vanishing. The tools to safeguard our planet are already here, right in front of us. Now, it's just a matter of where we deploy them next.